So I was genuinely kind of thinking what Apple could end up doing once they hit the peak iPhone. Now, what is the peak iPhone? Well, potentially it's going to be a device that's going to be probably one of the more important iPhones Apple makes, but it's going to be an iPhone that I envision that's going to have a removed bezel. It's going to have very little bezel, probably 120 Hz plus display. It's going to have amazing battery life, amazing cameras, and it's going to last probably for many, many years. Now, that criteria that I just mentioned, when you actually think about it, isn't that extremely far off from what we already are probably going to be getting within the iPhone 16. So why is that even important? Why are we making a video that's already 2 years ahead of the next, basically the next iPhone's, release hasn't even been out yet. Why are we talking about the next one after? Well, it's because when Apple hits that peak iPhone, what is going to be their strategy after? What can they possibly improve or add onto a device that's potentially going to be better than that specific device? When we take a look at phones like the, Samsung Galaxies, they have had the, dynamic island display with the, little hole punch display centered in the hole punch, probably for like 3 generations now. But when you look at a phone like the next generation Samsung Galaxy, the leaks and everything, it's really just an iteration. It's not that far off from the previous generation. And that's why I think sales numbers of all these phones haven't really been going up that well. Sales numbers, globally haven't really been doing super crazy well like they used to. And that's a mixture of so many different things. But Apple knows this. So what is Apple going to do, this multi-trillion-dollar company? What could they possibly do to pretty much alleviate the situation and still make tons of sales of these iPhones in the future? And in my opinion, this is an interesting situation because Apple has a few choices. They can crazily improve on the hardware like they usually do, or they can go ahead and crazily improve on the software. And I think that is exactly why Apple is doing this kind of stalling situation. So what is this? Well, if you take a look at iOS 17, that really was not that big of an update, which is totally fine. Apple can do those things where they don't have to push a crazy big update every single year. But if you also take a look at basically what iOS 18 could potentially be bringing, is that going to be bringing like a massive update? Who knows? We really don't know what that's going to look like either. So I would probably say that at that moment, what Apple's probably going to be doing is they're probably going to be focusing in and changing the way they perform on their devices. They're going to be switching from this type of device being somewhat of a, more like, hardware focused type of machine to then being way more focused on software and really kind of drilling on the software side of things more so than on the hardware side. So that's kind of what I'm seeing in that specific situation. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.